Okay, so rounding up, this is game 3, another 2,000 point battle for you. Eldar versus Catachin, Imperial Guard, Pop Bottle of Doom over there, Manticore, a couple of Basilisks, and some squads over there, as well as a Windowsill of Doom over there, some stuff outflanking, infiltrating, all that stuff, Hellhound, Valkyrie. And we're going to see if my opponent wants to steal the initiative. Oh, he steals the initiative! Oh, sweet. Alright. Well, that's going to be that kind of game. Here we go. So, the initiative's been stolen. So, actually, Imperial Guard. Okay, rounding up top of turn 1 of this stolen initiative. The stolen initiative allowed these guys to get a line of sight onto them and just start blasting them. They blew away 2 of them. Otherwise, some shots went in on him, but he held out. And that was it. So, on to my bottom of turn 1. Here we go. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 1, Fortune squad inside here, doomed one of these things, guided this remaining guy, gunned into here, killed 3 of these stealthing guys, and they ran. Fired a template from this Night Spinner here, nuked like 7 guys. Tried to hit the Pop Bottle of Doom over there, but cover held. I penetrated, but his cover held. And that was pretty much it. So on to turn 2. Okay, so rounding up top of turn 2, these guys showed up, ran. Marbo showed up inside this building. He was hidden all along. So he showed up and managed to mobilize this Falcon. Rolled 6 and a 4 to get him. So that was that. This guy got immobilized for the Pop Bottle. A giant Pop Bottle of Doom fired on a 5 and shook him and immobilized this guy. And that was about it. Oh, this guy got shaken as well, and he got shaken as well by some autocannon fire. So on to my turn 2. Okay, so rounding up my turn, gunned down a few of the guys here, flew up over here, gunned down a ton of guys here. Actually landed, the thing landed and drifted, so it hit all 4 groups there. I forgot to mention that group actually of those 2 dudes here, they actually rallied because he gave them an order and they passed their leadership 6. This guy went flat out towards the enemy. These guys popped out and with the help of him gunned down Marbo, who went to ground, but then eventually failed on a 1 against the Meltas, and he was toast. And that was it. So on to top of turn 3, I think. Yeah. Okay, so rounding up top of turn 3, these guys came out, shot and charged in here, but since Strachan with a power fist and furious charge managed to, they only managed to make it so he's shaken. This guy got shaken from some autocannon fire. These guys over here got barraged by a Basilisk, but it drifted off mercifully. Those guys came in, they showed up, and they fired last cannons in here, blew away my weapons. Now I'm just a fancy kind of flying around vehicle guy. And that was about it, I think. Yeah, that was it. So we're on to my turn. Okay, so rounding up my bottom of turn 3, what happened? Gunned down, bikes came on finally, gunned down into these guys. They ran out, slaughtered that unit with Doom, and they were fortunate. That guy flew out there, unloaded the Meltas, and they melted the Basilisk. This missile fired in here, connected, and blew up the heavy flamer Manticore that fired the Pop Bottle. Over here, these guys shifted away, and they're going to run towards the center of the board eventually for the objective. And that was about it. So we're on to, we're already into the top of turn 4 now. And the Valkyrie has shown up on the board. So there it is, it's ready to go. Okay, rounding up top of turn 4, a barrage of fire. This thing showed up over here, a barrage of fire into these guys, killed about half the unit, but everything else survives. Eldrad has 1 wound on him, from like a lucky pistol shot. They charged in, lost combat, but they held. So they stuck around with us, and even though we beat them in combat. And that was about it. Some shooting here, shook him, shooting in there, shook him, and that was it. So we're on to bottom of turn 4. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 4, these guys mopped up in combat and consolidated a couple of inches onto the area terrain. Some vehicles flew around. I blew off a gun over there, and I fired a missile here, but to no avail. And these guys actually flew over here, fired in, gunned down 5 guys, and then they flew back a few inches. He went flat out back over here to get cover save, and he went flat out. The transport that was there went flat over here. Oh, I forgot to fire those guys. We'll fire those guys in a second. But, let's see what happens over there before we do it. Oh, whatever. Okay, we'll figure it out from there. And that is it. So on to turn 5. Okay, so top of turn 5, what happened? A barrage of fire into here, but literally I think only 1 guy died. Maybe no guys even died. It was crazy. They just made a million saves here. Over here, the Basilisk, and combined with this guy nuked in. Basilisk got 1 good hit and wiped out just 4 guys with his barrage weapon. That was pretty sweet. He made his leadership though. Over there, the Hellhound finally showed up and just heavy flamer, dual heavy flamer the 5 fire dragons to death instantly. And these guys fired in on something, but had no effect, I don't think, anywhere. Alright, that is it. On to bottom of turn 5 okay, so bottom of turn 5, my army kind of moved towards here. This guy jetted over here. Those guys loaded into the transport. We fired a bunch of stuff here, gunned down that group, killed 1 or 2 guys there, shook the Valkyrie over here. And that was pretty much it. We tried to shake some stuff there, but we shook 1 guy, that was it. And so we're going to see if the game ends. Bottom of turn 5. No, game continues. Alright, so on to turn 6 we go. Okay, so rounding up top of turn 6, Halhan moved forward, shot his 12-inch beam in this way and cooked by 5 fire dragons that were back here instantly. These guys got fired at by a million guns. Most of the troopers died. 1 Exarch lives. Phoenix Lord Asurmen took a wound, so he's down to 2. Eldrad took another wound, so he's down to 1. And that was about it. Some shooting everywhere else. Shooting from there just failed to hit the vehicles, so we're on to bottom of turn 6 now. Okay, so bottom of turn 6, what happened? Eldrad loaded into this transport carrying 10 guys. That literally never left it all game. The other guys went loaded into the Falcon. We fired, shook that guy. We blew up that squadron over there with some help of these immobilized guns over here and that kind of stuff. And that was about it. So we're going to see if the game ends on a 1, 2, or 3 now. Continues, the pain continues onto a final turn 7. Okay, well, here we go. So rounding up top of turn 7 as the game continued. These guys, some stuff shot in here, they assaulted in here, couldn't quite touch it though. Some other shooting at the other vehicles, but to no avail because a lot of stuff was... oh, sorry, that guy actually tried to bomb into here, but couldn't connect for enough armor. That was it, so on to bottom of 7.